There's only one road in North Dakota. And I'm lost. I just discovered the second one. The sun's starting to come up. The sun's gonna come up over the ridgeline pretty soon. And that's when everything's gonna start to pop. Alright, it's time to get back on the road. I've spent a lot more time here than I thought I was going to, and I've still got 8 hours of driving ahead of me today. It's a beautiful park. Good evening, neighbor. I made it safely across North Dakota. I passed through Fargo about maybe an hour or two ago. It's been a long day. My original plan for today was to reach Minneapolis. I'm not sure where I ended up, but I think it's close to St. Cloud, Minnesota. Tonight I'll be camping out in a Walmart parking lot. I had dinner at a Chinese buffet. Cost me about $14. I had 2 heaping plates full of food. I'm ready to go to bed, and I'm hoping for a good time of rest in the cold of the night. I don't think that I'll put out my anemometer weather station tonight, just since I'm in a Walmart parking lot. I've been thinking about the subject of I guess the thought behind the subject, or what led to this, is the idea of projection and reflection. We're not all that different. We're not all that different at all, whatsoever. It's one of those days where I feel like a stranger to all, but at the same time, I feel connected to all through our being strangers to each other. Sometimes all you ever get is a moment with a stranger. You may never see them again. You may never know any other part of their story other than that they work at a certain place, or you saw them at a stoplight, or they like national parks as you do too. It feels as if all of us are strangers, because so few of us know the details, the intricate details of each other's stories. And so few are willing to give up those intricate details and to invite people in to those moments. And it's all right that we don't invite people into the secret parts of our lives. That's anyone's prerogative. We're not all that different. We're not all that different. We're more alike than we are different. And it's so strange that the tribalism in our culture prevails, and the hatred, the racism, and the sexism. People hating other people for no other good reason, for no good reason. There is no good reason. It doesn't make sense. We are more alike than we are different. I have seen the personalities of people radiate so joyously. And I've seen those same people in hard moments. And I've understood all of the parts of all of the people. It would seem that all of us have parts to us which are seen and unseen, and some that go unseen, and other parts that are hidden and covered over by years of shame. And other parts that are covered over by pride. And other parts I don't know. We're all complicated individuals. I've seen I've seen so much. I find it interesting that all of us are images, that we're all formed in the same image. We all have the same parts, both spiritually and physically and emotionally. And there's not a single part of us that one has that another lacks. And we all have a gift of creativity and ingenuity, and we all have the ability, have the freedom to radiate light. It's interesting that when we encounter each other, we reflect back the things that we see in others, and we mirror each other in our personalities and in our expression, our verbal expression, and our physical expressions, and we move and we change, and we're shaped by others, and we take up different traits and characteristics of other people. We appropriate each other, and we learn from each other, and it's really quite a special thing. I've also heard about projection, and I've usually heard it in a bad connotation, or in bad terminologies, like you're just projecting, or are you sure you're not projecting your emotions onto them? And the first thing that comes to mind when I think of projecting is I think of like a projector, like a movie screen projector or a PowerPoint projector. It projects something onto the wall. I guess if we want to see projection as a bad thing, which I think it can be, in some ways, we're just putting, or it's possible to put things on to other people. I don't know how far in or how deep I want to get into this. But reflection, it's when you look into a mirror. And since in many ways all of us are mirror images of each other, but different, it's exciting to me that each of us has each of us is a person to ourselves. Each of us is a soul to our own existence, a soul. And we're all souls making this world work the way that it works. We're all souls participating in something special. The community. And so even though each of us is a reflection to each other, and a reflection of ourselves back to one another, we're still individuals in a collective. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. Love thy neighbor as you would have them love you. Love thy neighbor as you love yourself. I think that when people speak of projection, it means that people place things on other people, not understanding the fullness of other people's individuality. And that is how we mistreat each other. When we don't understand just how wonderful each and every one of us is, the fact that we're made in the divine image, that we bear something very precious. Oh. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll probably have more to talk about on this subject in the future, but I'm gonna pack it in for the night and head to bed. See you next time. Bye.